Folks, we are back at it again today with another video game store resale ride. Just 2 days ago, I came from Lexington all the way to Illinois and hit about 6 or 7 video game stores in Indianapolis. And today I'm heading from Illinois back home to Lexington, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Starting off with this, I don't know if you can see it here, there's a Mega Replay store right there. In my maps program it said disc replay, so I'm hoping maybe this is just like a larger disc replay store. Cross my fingers for that, but either way I'm gonna head in there right now and see what kind of profit I can find for stuff to buy at this retail Mega Replay location and then flip onto Amazon. Hopefully you guys will learn something along the way that you guys can maybe implement in your business. And without further ado, let's do it.
Perfect.
People, that last stop was insane. I ended up spending over $800 at this location. The guy said that I was the biggest transaction he had ever rung up, which is very flattering. But yeah, guys, I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna flip this around so you guys can have a better view of this. So it did all fit into my trusty IKEA bag. I guess I'll just start on the top here. We got Skylander Superchargers. That game goes for something, and also it has Donkey Kong and his ride in there. DK and the ride go for like $17 after fees. Then we also have the base and the game to sell. This all was $10, so that was a good deal. Perhaps the best deal of the whole thing, I got 10. Guys, nowhere that I have stopped yet. Actually, one place that I stopped yesterday had these. I got 10 of them. And the best part of all, $15 a piece. Can you believe it? I'm selling these I've probably sold dozens at 60 plus a piece. So this was an absolutely incredible deal. Super stoked about those guys. Really great price to see. Yeah, just move all of those valuable Move controllers out of the way. Oh, check this out. So they had this like accessory bin in the middle. It had all of these. I just learned about this item recently from a viewer actually. Xbox 360 wireless network adapters. These go for like 15 to 20 or so. And check this out. Originally marked at 20, it's down to 99 cents. And I got like 6 of them. Absolutely wild. So that was a fantastic ROI on those as well. And then I got a whole bunch of games right in here. The only console I got was, well, not really a console, a handheld, was this original 3DS system. It was 90 bucks, which is a good price to pay for that. Should be able to get around 200. We got, check this out, Pokemon Platinum version. I looked at the cartridge. It does look authentic to me. In fact, I can pop it open for you guys here. Looks really nice and crisp. The back Nintendo logo and stamp and everything all look legitimate, and I paid only $43 for this. This thing's going for like $100 on Amazon, so fantastic deal on that. Actually, honestly, probably more. And then, first of all, I have to give a solid shout out to Chase After the Right Price. If you ever want a good drinking game, just turn on my channel, and every time I mention Chase, you have to take a drink. You'll be gone in no time. But I used his video games, not video games, but sports games worth buying list while I was in here. I don't know why I didn't pull it up yesterday. I probably passed up on so much money. But you'll see as I'm going through this, I got a ton of valuable sports games that are going to be a double up or even better. And I was just scrolling through that list and looking through their shelves. They had a ton of stuff, as you guys could see. That list is just so valuable. So I found it in he has an old video called Sports Games Worth Buying. If you're ever doing this exact same thing, you've got to look that up, and there's a list in the description that he gives out completely for free of valuable sports games, because everybody always passes up those titles. But back to what I got, Backbreaker. This is one that I actually knew about before. $8 on that. That should go for like around 20 after fees. Just Dance titles are good ones to look out for, as well as people are looking for ways to be active inside. That should be about a double up. Madden 08 on the GameCube. I think I got a couple of these, and they are super high right now. Maybe like 40 or 50 bucks after fees, and they just had them at $8. SSX on Tour on GameCube. Similar story on that as well. Tomb Raider Legend. I've never bought or sold this game before, but I think it was like 20 bucks or something after fees. I don't know why their prices were so good. X-Men was going for like 20 after fees. There's another 08. Got a bunch of GameCubes at this place. Tom and Jerry War of the Whiskers. Guys, when I say that I scan every single thing that I haven't seen at a location, I mean it. I've never even seen this game before. But right now, at least on Amazon, it was going for like, the lowest listing was like 30 or 40 after fees. So I was like, okay, who knows if it'll actually sell for that, but for 10, I'll take the risk. Got this Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Actually ended up getting it just for 40. The lowest listing on Amazon is over $100. I'll probably price it cheaper because this is not the original case, just to hopefully move it as quick as I can before prices go back down. But that was a great deal on that as well. And as you can see, I got a ton of PSP. I don't know why I'm loading up so much on PSP games recently, but their sports titles are doing great. SmackDown versus Raw. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 Remix is definitely higher than normal. This is a Street 2. I got some Street 3s in here as well. They're all doing great. I've sold multiple copies of Street 3 for over $30. Tekken Dark Resurrection. Don't know if I've ever sold that one before, but it was doing well. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time remembering exactly what all of these are going for after fees, but you can always look them up on your own if you have the Amazon Seller app. Madden 12 is another good one. Then I got this Switch Up. This is a game enhancer that you can plug into your Switch. Got it for 10 bucks. That's a pretty good deal. They actually are going new on Amazon now for 25, which I didn't realize until after I had bought it. But, you know, I'll maybe get 15 for it after fees or something like that. And then last but not least, we have a few miscellaneous titles here. Double Dash. Got 2 copies of Double Dash. I think, and this one actually does have the original case. Let's see if it has the original manual. I didn't check. It has an insert, so can't sell this as complete, and the other one's manual is reprinted, but the lowest copies on these are about $100 on Amazon. I've sold a few of those in the past couple weeks, so that was a fantastic price to get on those. Seemed like they probably hadn't looked the price up in a while, and a good number of these, actually, the prices in their system had gone up, but he just gave me the lower listed price, which was nice. NCAA Football 14, people, you know what this game is going for right now. It's like $120, $140 or something after fees, and this is a reprinted label. I'll have to sell it as disc only, but still 55 bucks for this thing, absolutely underpriced. I've seen it at other game stores on this trip for like $130. So I almost fainted when I saw it at this price. That is really sweet. And last but not least, I got 2 brand new sealed copies of Transformers Prime. Those should bring in the neighborhood of like 25 bucks because I can sell them as new. So guys, if you can't tell already, I am jacked about this haul. I mean, if I get nothing else the rest of the day, like, this was an incredible day. I would not be surprised, and I don't say this often, if I end up tripling my money in the end on this stuff. I mean, this stuff will easily be a triple up. A lot of the games were priced so well, they'll likely get triple. And then all of those like little adapters I paid almost nothing for, so that'll help my margins a lot. This was such a good haul. So I'm really happy and ready to get to the next place and do the exact same thing. Disc Traders number 2, let's go. Well, as it turns out, that disc replay ended up being another $800 stop. So I am thrilled with the way the day is going so far. Just incredible luck. And this place had the best handheld selection that I've seen anywhere. So I'm really stoked about what I got. I'm gonna turn you guys around and show you guys everything I picked up. Okay, so to start off, we had a good number of Disney Infinity items. I picked up a couple of these bundles for Xbox and one for PS3. They were 10 bucks a piece, and after everything, they're going for over 20 a piece on Amazon, so I thought that was worth it. And they'll sell fairly fast. This was really cool. Never bought one of these before. This is a Steam controller. It's got the accessories and stuff below it. $30, and the lowest listing on Amazon was like $98, so over $70 after fees, which was a really great return. And I think this packaging and stuff will be really great buyer experience as well, so I was happy about that. Then this was an interesting item. $13 I paid for this. It's brand new. The sales rank was terrible because the only listings on it are like $120 or something. Apparently it's pretty rare to find new these days. What I'm thinking is, I know it's not going to sell for that, but maybe I'll price it at like 80 or something and hope that it just moves really quick, being by far the lowest offer. Even if it only goes for like 40 or something, you know, $13, you really can't go wrong. Then I did find, so you guys saw me pull a couple copies of Head Coach 09 for $5.99. You know that last video I paid 20 a piece for a couple of these, so $6 is incredible. The other copy they could not find, but I did snag one for the 360 for $1.99. People, this is a $40 game now, so that was really great to pick both of those up. This I've never bought before, Tiger Woods Tour 12. It just looked nice, so I scanned it, and it's going for like over 20 on the Zon. NASCAR 15 is another one that is very inflated right now, going for over 40 after fees. It doesn't have the manual, which is unfortunate, but you know, for 20 I'll still take that risk. Then check this out. This was the weirdest thing, one of the strangest consoles I've ever bought. So this is the Azurite PS3, over $200 normally, except it doesn't have the Azure controller to go with it. It has the God of War edition, special edition controller with the Azurite console. So these were like $105 or something. I'm probably going to sell the controller on its own and then maybe purchase a blue controller to go with this guy so that I can sell it. It should bring well over $200 once I do that. So you know, just cool to see a special edition console like that out in the wild, and it's in great shape. We had a couple of PSP games, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. I can't remember what that's going for. Family Guy actually had a decent sales rank and is going for like 25 or something after fees, so that was sweet. I also bought 24, the complete series. This thing is massive. This was $60, but I think I should be able to get 120 to 140 for it after fees, which is pretty nice. Then this is another Skylanders pack that was 8. I should be able to get over 20. And here are tucked away all of the handhelds that I got. I definitely want to show these off. You probably saw some prices as I was just filming in there. $125 for a couple of these. They're both in fantastic condition, so I expect to get over $250 before fees and stuff for these. One Galaxy and one, it's called black, but in reality it's definitely gray. New 3DS XLs. This guy, another $90 original 3DS. Then check this out, $35 for a Game Boy SP, probably partly for condition. It doesn't have the back sticker, and as well these pads are kind of ripped. The screen honestly looks pretty good still. There is some wear along the edges, but even for an acceptable condition SP, 35 is pretty hard to beat, so I was happy to find that. Then down here we have 3 more. We have a really nice condition regular 3DS XL, not the new version, and then we had 3 really good looking DS Lites for 30 a piece, and this is what I would normally pay at pawn shops, 20 to 30. So now I know after fees I'll be able to get at least $60 a piece on these 3, which is excellent. So So I am just tickled with how the day is going so far. It's already almost 4 o'clock though, so I really need to pick up my pace if I want to get to all of these before the end of the day. I probably won't. I wouldn't be surprised if I only end up doing maybe 2 more stops. But one of them is in this town. Right now I'm in... Where am I? Right now I think I'm in Champaign, Illinois, although to be honest, I can't exactly remember, but I do know there's another video game store in this town, so let's head there now. Well guys, that game store was definitely one of the coolest, maybe the coolest I've ever been in. You guys probably saw from their stock, they're actually a limited run authorized reseller, which means that they're one of 2 stores in the state that's allowed to just buy their games at retail price and then mark them up like 10 or 15 bucks. So they had an incredible limited run selection. I did end up picking up quite a few for the collection, so I'm excited to show those off, but also found some solid stuff to flip. So let me get you guys in here to see what I got. So right off the bat here, we have 2 purple GameCubes. Both have the original controller for 50 bucks a piece, which is a really good deal. Should be able to triple up on those, I believe, even after fees. Also, at the end, threw in this Back to the Future game. I got one of those the other day. This was 14 and should go for probably around 30 or so after fees. Got a couple controllers and stuff in here. They did have a couple copies of Minecraft on the 360. These have been selling like hotcakes at 44 bucks a piece for me, merchant fulfilled. So to pay 15 a piece is a great deal. Also got, guess what, another copy of Head Coach 09 for $2. Can't complain about that price. Got 3 more copies of Minecraft for the PS4. That actually is a little bit of a bolo right now. Should be able to get 35 after fees for these. They're all in great shape, and I paid 18, so a good little double up there. Check this out. Pokemon Soul Silver with the case, no manual, for 75. I should be able to make, I'd say, at least 40 in profit after fees on that. So decided to pull the trigger. Part of it was I loved this store, and the guy working it was super cool. He actually owns it. Got this GameCube lights, camera, pants. This was a great deal at 9 bucks. Easily will be like 24 or so after fees. It's complete. And I just wanted to help him out because video game retail is not the easiest. He was a fellow business owner who was working long hours and stuff, and just a really cool guy. So here are all the limited run games I purchased. They are all new sealed, and the criteria that I used on these was I only bought games that I could get for at least 30% below current resale value on new copies. So that was the metric that I used. Who knows, I may end up playing some of these, but could be that they end up getting sold in new condition. So I wanted to make sure that if I am splurging on something for the collection, that I'm at least getting a good deal and will be able to make money in the long run. So we got Thumper, paid 45 for that. Dust, which is a very expensive game, an Elysian Tale. I don't know what number this is. Number 12, that's probably why. It's one of the first ones that they put out. Paid 65 on that one. He did end up giving me 10% off of my whole order, which is really nice. Ended up being about 50 bucks. So all in for all this stuff, I was like 547. So it's definitely been an expensive day. Bomb Chicken for 40. We've got Freedom Planet for 30. flint hook for 45. This is one that was going for like 90 in new condition on Amazon. All limited run stuff is going to be slow sellers though. And then we have Pixel Junk Monsters 2 for 40. So I'm really happy with the haul from this store, especially being able to pick up stuff from the collection like I did last time. That's really excellent. And yeah, let's keep on going. Oh yeah, and I also got another How to Train Your Dragon. This was $9. This I think is gonna be underpriced most places. So this is a good bolo. It sells fairly quick. But yeah, let's go to the next one and keep this momentum up. By the way, I did want to say the name of this store was Live Action Games in Champaign, Illinois. So if you guys are ever in the area, definitely stop in and say hi because the owner's really cool. Well, I just got to location number 3 here. It's this cool place called Vintage Villains, but it appears that it is not open. I don't know if it's permanently closed or what, but it definitely does not seem like it's been open for business for a bit here. So that's a bit of a bummer, but luckily there's another game store just up the street that I'm gonna head to now. Well, it turns out that second place actually closed at 5, so I'm back here in Indianapolis at the last place that I didn't get to go to on my last trip at the final disc replay of the day. So let's see what we can come out with. I only have 33 minutes in there, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. Alrighty, well, I am done at disc replay. Unfortunately, it was the least successful stop of the day, but nonetheless managed to pull some pretty solid titles here. This was another Head Coach 09 on the PS3. This, another Minecraft for $17. This was a solid one, Guitar Hero Live for 3, which actually ended up being free with the discount. I don't like how they do their discounts at disc replay because it's buy 5, get the 6th free. But rather than taking your like 6th most expensive game and giving it to you for free, they take your least most expensive game. So like in this case, I bought like 8 of them. It would have been more advantageous for me to just do the first transaction of my 6th most expensive game so I didn't have to get this last one, the $3 game, for free. I don't really know why they have their system set up that way. I probably honestly will do that in the future if I have a small order like this, that it wouldn't be a huge pain to do, to ring them up separately. But nonetheless, got this guy. That should go for like over $20, I think. Got a couple more copies of Tekken Dark Resurrection. The PSP games, again, just came in clutch for me. Nice copy of Sonic Rivals 2. That should bring about 20, and I paid 9. Tomb Raider Anniversary on the PSP, $7 for that. I think also about a $20 game. And then Midnight Club LA Remix, $9, and should be about a double up. So overall, a really, really good day, even though we ended on a little bit of a slower one. Ended up spending, I think, over $2,000 in total. So an expensive day, had a lot of really good finds, great stuff to flip, great stuff for the collection, so I cannot complain at all. Well, surprise, folks. I actually ended up staying the night last night in Cincinnati, outside Cincinnati with my in-laws, and decided since I have a little bit of time before I have to head back home today, I will hit one more video game store because I just didn't quite feel good about how yesterday ended. So today we are going to head to Weaver Dental Care. Oh, just kidding. Nostalgic Video Games, and see what kind of deals we can come up with from there. I actually have been to this spot before. Last time I was here, the prices were prohibitively high. I don't think I got really anything. Of course, that was before the pandemic and before prices were absolutely skyrocketed on the kind of stuff that I'm selling. So I'm gonna head in there. I'll see what the console and handheld situation is looking like. I wouldn't be surprised since their prices are higher if they do still have a decent amount of stock. So I'll have to feel out that situation. I also remember them having a good amount of Skylanders stuff. So that's another thing I will be checking out when I'm in there. But yeah, let's go see what they have. All right, so just got out of Nostalgic Games and ended up coming away with a solid bag of stuff. At first, it honestly was looking pretty bleak. Their prices are almost always pretty consistent with Amazon, if not a little bit higher. So this is definitely not a place really to go for bargains, although their selection was pretty good. If you guys saw, they did have a ton of Skylanders stuff, but almost none of it was really valuable at all. It was a lot of just like the lower end, junkier figures. But I still was able to scoop up a good amount of stuff. Mostly these Star Wars 1000-piece puzzles. Now, you guys probably already know that puzzles are one of the items that is doing really well, artificially well recently. Walmarts are still out of stock almost everywhere, and there are recent comps on these for like $44, $45, sold with free shipping. I got these all for 10 bucks a piece, which is pretty nice. I got about 11 of them, so you can see they're all just stacked in here. So that will be, I think, a solid return on those, although they will be sold on eBay, not Amazon, because I'm not approved to sell Buffalo branded stuff. The only other things that I got were, I picked up this PS3 Move controller, again, $25, pretty solid find. And then I realized after, and also a couple of 3DSs, if I can find them in here. This is one of them. They were 100 bucks a piece. Should still be able to get, like, I've been selling them for $197 really consistently. So over $50 on that after shipping and fees and everything, which is great. And then after I checked out and everything, he let me know that they have a promotion that for every $50 you spend, you get $5 in cash back. So I was like, well, guess I may use my like $35 in cash back now. And I went back and got these PS4 Move controllers. They were a little bit pricey to get without the discount at $80 in used condition. But when you factored in all my cash back, I think I ended up paying like $49 for the pair, which is really solid because these will go for, I think, maybe like $80, that might be a little bit generous, but over $65 a piece, or I could sell them together as well. There are listings for that go for over $100. So all in all, a really solid trip and not a bad way to end it off, even at a pretty overpriced store. Guys, opportunity really is everywhere. Thank you so much for coming along. One thing that I did want to ask you guys is, you can probably tell my acquisitions are pretty lopsided because my knowledge on video games is pretty lopsided. I haven't picked up almost any NES, any SNES cartridges, anything Sega, PS1, because I just don't know that stuff very well. So if you guys are familiar with titles that are really spiked right now, or that are often underpriced, please let me know in the comments stuff that I should be looking for, because I pretty much just pass up those sections in an effort to spend my time wisely at these places. So if you are knowledgeable about those games, help a brother out, leave some titles in the comments below, and I will catch you guys on the flip.